Hey there, how are you today? My name is Dana Damara, and you have landed on Astrocast. This is a special report for the last of the five slow moving planets moving into a new sign, and this would be Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini. This happens on July 7th. 7-7, isn't that fun? And it happens after Pluto into Aquarius, Saturn and Neptune into the sign of Aries, and Jupiter into Cancer. So we have all of these outer planets that take, upwards of anywhere between 5 and 20 years to change signs. Uranus is 7 years, about 7 years. So we're entering in a new 7 year cycle. So how to use this energy is a little complicated, but here's what I'll say. If you think back to 7 years ago, what was going on and what lessons have you learned? Like, what has been going on for you? Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018. Okay. When we're talking about Uranus, we're talking about higher mind thinking, divine inspiration, and unexpected changes. So when Uranus moves from a earthy, strong, solid sign of Taurus into airy, fairy Gemini, things are going to shift. Things are going to shift. It could bring a very shift or rapid change in our life. It could bring some unexpected news. It could bring us to a different perception of what we think or how we feel about things. So, Uranus moving into a new sign wants us to change the way we look at things. Period. End of story. um, as we as Uranus moves into the sign of Gemini, things are going to move quicker because it is in that air sign. We're going to be looking at the way that we process information. We're going to be looking at how we express our truth. We're going to be looking at where have we been inauthentic, not in a bad way, but if we are ever evolving beings, which I believe we are, I think we're always evolving, what's true for you right now? Because what's true for you right now might not be what was true for you 7 years ago. In fact, I hope there are some things that are no longer true for you. And the way that you look at life, and the way that you look at yourself, and the way that you stand in your power, I hope it's different. Just think about that for a second. 7 years. 2018. Lots of changes, guys. Uranus is also connected with technology, higher mind, inspiration. So we're really looking at how can we allow that part of us, that higher mind, to be influenced. So many things, right? It would be a great time to say, for example, take a course in AI if you haven't already. Guilty. Have not taken a course yet in AI, but I'm always kind of one of the last ones to the party. I was one of the last ones to Instagram out of my whole group of friends and colleagues. So I just move at a little slower pace. I've got 7 planets in Earth signs, so that's just how I am, right? But it would be a good time to kind of activate this, right? If we think in terms of mind, right? Mercury is the lower mind. It's our day-to-day processing. Uranus is the higher mind. So this energy is asking us, how can you express yourself at just a little bit of a higher octave? What does that look like? Like, what does a little higher octave of you look like? This has been a big one for me. I can feel it. I was saying last week, like, I don't know, like, I feel this like change coming. I feel something like brewing. And, a couple people are like, okay. And then a couple other people said to me, oh my God, me too. I don't know what it is. It just feels kind of like electric. And then I remembered, oh yeah, that's because Uranus is getting ready to move into this new sign and kind of push us over the edge of what we believe we're capable of. Out of the comfort zone. I want to give you just a couple of dates, okay? So moves into the sign of Gemini on July 7th, and then it's going to stay there till November. But then it's going to go into retrograde. So it's going to move back into Taurus, okay? And then it'll return to Gemini of May 2026. So that time, like the time between now and November, is when we're going to start to see these little like ping, 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 higher mind, change, 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 liberation. And then it's going to go backward and we're going to get like this little, I don't want to say a reprieve, but this little like, okay, now how do I ground into those things? How can I use Taurus to ground into those changes that I want to make, right? So, keep in mind that Taurus or Uranus actually works really quickly. And in the sign of Gemini, you guys, it's going to be like speedy. You guys remember that movie Speed? Like that, like fast, 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 fast. Just look out for, it's not just an unexpected physical or tangible event. It could be that you literally wake up in the morning one day and you say, that doesn't even resonate with me anymore. Like, ick. Why did I even think that? It could be like an ick, like all of a sudden it's an ick. Or it could be this wider perspective, and now you have all this space and you think, oh, why didn't I think of that before? I'm going to totally do that. Okay, so just be open. Be open to new thought processes, new perspectives, new income generating streams of ideas and creativity. Like, just be open to all of us. Keep in mind too that Uranus is about innovation and uniqueness. Okay, so Uranus is always like out of the box thinker. So what happens when we have inspiration like that? Sometimes we shut it down, we're kind of like, oh, I don't know. That seems too weird, or that seems too out of the box. Not now. It's probably perfect. So just try it. I do have a whole, I'm just going through my notes really quick. I do have a whole idea around Uranus in Gemini. And I just want to put this out there for fun, for sake of comparison, comparing and contrasting. The last time Uranus was in Gemini was back in, ready? 1941 to 1949. So let's think about the themes that were going on collectively back then and what that kind of, how it can kind of be compared and contrasted to now. That's all I need to say. If you are about 84 years old and you're listening to this, first of all, thank you. You're in your Uranus return, which means that this is like a huge awakening for you. If you're 42 around that time period, it means that you're in your Uranus opposition. And Uranus opposition is sort of like a Saturn return. It's like you are like a midlife awakening. Good times, always. If you're like, I don't know where I'm at, well, you should really do a reading with me because I can tell you. But if you're around those two ages, it's a pivotal time for you. So I think a key theme for Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini is awakening. We're all being offered, however uncomfortable it may be, we're all being offered an opportunity to awaken. We're all being offered an opportunity to step in just a little bit deeper, not just one toe, but the whole damn foot, maybe 2 feet. And we're all being offered an opportunity to listen in a little bit deeper to that higher voice inside of us. Not always comfortable. Like an awakening is not this like, oh, that was so amazing. Sometimes it's like, bam, bam, bam. Oh, okay, now I get it. Thank you. So wherever you are on that pendulum, my invitation to you is to just be in a space of deep observation and listening. Yeah. And then remember someone in your circle. If you're not in your opposition or your Uranus return, or you're not experiencing any like big changes, someone in your circle is. So be nice. Don't be mean. And then remember that this whole thing, right? Uranus was in Taurus since 2018. So we've had this 7 years of this same kind of vibe, and now it's like whew, different. Something I have done in alignment with all of this is I have created a new little side portal on my myastrocast.com page. So if you have ever been to that page, you know you can sign up for astrology readings, and you can also click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. But I just had this divine inspiring idea the other day. I said to myself, God, all these journal things that I do every month, I want to share them with other people. So I created a little portal that's $11 a month, or you could pay up front for the whole year. And for that $11 a month, you get weekly horoscopes for your sign. Remember, it is generalized. It's a generalized horoscope. Keep that in mind. And then you get journal prompts, rituals, and horoscopes for the week. So it's kind of fun. And I was going to do it for free. And then I thought, I already do these reports for free. I do a lot for free. And one of my intentions is to just up level my value a little bit, right? Like we all, I think sometimes when we're in this realm, we want to just support people and help people. And we have to remember that, some of these God-given gifts deserve reciprocity, right? So if you sign up and you're like, this is amazing, I love it, please tell me so that I know. And maybe share it with someone. And then if you're like, not so much, then just let it go. It's totally fine. No harm, no foul. Okay, I promise. I want to say thank you so much, always, for listening. It's just such a gift for me to be able to share this from my heart. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day, and reach out anytime. Okay? Have a good one. Namaste.